Once again, a reminder that Thailand have won the toss and chosen to bat first. Thailand, of course, yet to register a total over 100, yet to reach triple figures. They'll be hoping for a much better show today. Thailand, of course, were choked by Hong Kong spinners yesterday, slowing down considerably after the power play. And Thailand's openers, a change at the top of the order. Dan Jacobs as usual, but this time he is partnered by Naveed Pathan. It's actually a very pleasant morning here in Bangkok. A welcome change. A little bit of overnight rain. And it's Dan Jacobs to take strike. And it's a trial by fire to start things off. Sandeep Lamichhane with the ball. Paras Khadka, as usual, at slip. And make no mistake, the leg spinner will be the danger man for Nepal. How much have Thailand seen of him? We're ready to get underway. Here's Sandeep. That slower just looped up a little bit. Dan Jacobs negotiates that. A little quicker and flatter. It will be interesting to see Thailand's approach against Sandeep Lamichhane. Watchful so far. Throughout the tournament, Thailand have been guilty of playing too many dot balls. Yet again, it's 4 consecutive dot balls now. A very familiar pattern here from Thailand. Use of the feet this time. Unable to beat long off. First signs of intent here from Dan Jacobs. No run. Karan KC at short third man. Tidies up. It's a maiden to kick things off. And it looks like Karan KC from the other end. Karan KC, very expensive in the last game, leaking 33 runs in his 3 overs. couldn't quite find his radar against Hong Kong. He will be looking to make amends. Naveed Pathan promoted up to Open today. Can he get a score on the board? Just back of a length. Straight to backward point. So Thailand, yet to score a run, yet to trouble the scorers. Against Malaysia, in their first 8 overs, they could only muster 18 runs without hitting a boundary. A swing and a miss. Trying to flay that away over the offside. Unable to make a connection. Frustration growing here. Both for Thailand's batsmen and the few spectators who decided to make the journey. Mid-on and mid-off up. 2 slips in now. And that's guided away. Just to the left of backward point, piercing the gap between backward point and cover. Naveed Pathan with his and Thailand's first boundary. It's not often that you see 2 slips in place in the shortest format of the game. And just as we say that, second slip moves out. A short ball. Typical fast bowler's response, but it's too short and it's called wide. Karan KC in the game against Hong Kong, guilty of perhaps bowling a little too full. With the gentle breeze blowing across the third Thai cricket ground, perhaps today is a good day to just pitch it up. And that's straight down the ground. A beautiful shot there, piercing the gap between mid-on and mid-off. Naveed Pathan now with 2 boundaries in this over. As we've mentioned, Thailand's chances hinge greatly on the 2 men at the crease right now, as well as Heno Jordan. And once again, but that's down to third man, and he's taken it. Naveed Pathan not happy. He's standing his ground, reluctant to walk off, but he has to. Thailand, they've lost their first wicket. They're 9 for 1 with 1 delivery left in the second over. It remains to be seen who walks in at number 3. Karan KC with that wicket, perhaps just lucky to get away with that one. The extra pace helping the ball carry down to third man. And it's Heno Jordan. Apologies, Heno Jordan, who walks out to join Dan Jacobs. These two, of course, play for the same club in Bangkok, the Southerners. Don't be surprised if we see some good calling and running between the wickets between these two. Seems like Jordan is taking a leg stump guard. Perhaps just looking for a little room to free his arms. Karan KC with his tails up. And that just leaves the right-hander. So good recovery there from Karan KC. Successful over. 9 runs off it and a wicket. Thailand 9 for 1. Still early days. Naveed Pathan with 2 boundaries in that first over. A change of bowling. Here comes ex-captain and perhaps Mr. Nepal cricket himself, Paras Khadka. An interesting change of bowling. Sandeep starting off with that maiden. A slip in position. Defended straight back to Paras. Like we were saying, an interesting decision. I don't think Dan Jacobs will mind the change of bowling. Still unable to get off the mark, though. A little shorter and flatter. Dan Jacobs just caught a little wrong-footed. As we look at that on the replay. Not happy with themselves. That's cut off the back foot. A quick single attempted. And yes, quite easily done in the end. Dan Jacobs looking to get off the mark. No dive put in either. As we take a look at that replay. Just a little bit of turn away from Jacobs. Unable to pierce the gap on the offside. Simple work there from Paras Khadka. You have to wonder, with such a tight single, why he didn't put in a dive. It's too late, however. Thailand have lost yet another wicket. And they're now 9 for 2. And Vanchana walks in at number 4. A straight swap with Naveed Pathan. Just as it seemed like the change in batting order was working for Thailand. With 2 boundaries in an over. Naveed Pathan edging Karan KC straight down to third man. Henno Jordan yet to get off the mark. Paras right on target from ball 1. That's worked away. Dan Jacobs finally off the mark. Apologies. Henno Jordan off the mark. Just 1 run of Paras Khadka's first over. Thailand 10 for 1 after 3. And we have yet another change of bowling. change of end rather. Sandeep coming on to bowl from the other end. Here comes Sandeep. Let's flight it up. A big appeal for LBW. As we take a look at that on the replay, it did look close, judging from the naked eye. Oh my word. It looked like it was hitting Heno Jordan around middle and off. A tight call there. Once again, just turning a little too much this time. Jordan not finding it easy to pick Sandeep's googly. And he's not the only one. Flighted once again. Nepal just racing through their overs here. Nepal, no doubt, will be wary of Thailand's shortcomings against spin. In 13 overs of spin against Hong Kong, they were only able to hit 2 boundaries. Flighted up once again, an inside edge. Fine leg tidies up, yet another maiden for Sandeep Lamichhane. Consecutive maidens for him now. Not much going on in that scorecard. Just the 9 runs off that second over. Naveed Patan with 2 boundaries. On the bowling front, Sandeep, of course, with those consecutive maidens. Karan KC with a wicket. And Paras Khadka keeping it tight. Here he comes once again. Left alone by Wanchana. And wisely so, signaled a wide. Watchfully played into the cover region. Once again, straight to the cover fieldsman. No run there. Yet another over begins with a succession of dots. That's nudged away on the leg side. Quick single makes it an easy. Wanchana now off the mark. Some quiet applause there from the Thai dugout. Heno Jordan watchful as ever. Shorter and flatter. Straight to deep mid-wicket. Apologies. Regular mid-wicket. Just one off that over. Thailand struggling once again in the power play. They are 11 for 2. The trial by spin continues. Sandeep Lamichhane in for his third over. The last one of the power play. And he's beaten them with one that just turns away. Sandeep Lamichhane with his patented googly, as we see on the replay, pitched on middle, getting a generous amount of purchase off this wicket. Watchful there from Wanchana. A slip in place, and he could be in play sooner rather than later. A sweep attempted, a big appeal. It will be interesting to see on the replay where that struck him. Sandeep doesn't seem too happy. Once again, that looked pretty straight to me. It looked like the one going the other way too. Sandeep, perhaps unlucky not to have a wicket or two. A swing and a miss. No runs of Sandeep Lamichhane's spell so far. Pressure here on Thailand and on Wanchana. Where are Thailand going to get a run from here? Well, there you go. Some much-needed respite. Sandeep Lamichhane missing his line this time. The first time he's really erred in this innings. That's a little shorter. And he's unable to beat backward point. Just the wide off that over. And that concludes the power play. Thailand 13 for 2. Every time we come back to the scorecard, there's barely any change. Naveed Pathan with twin boundaries in the second over of the innings. Sandeep Lamichhane, the star of the show so far. Just the one run off his 3 overs. Paras Khadka chipping in with 2 really tight overs. We've got a change of bowling here. Bhuvan Karki into the attack, replacing Sushan Bari. Coming in for Sushan Bari for today's game. A like-for-like replacement. A false start there. Nepal, of course, blessed with a plethora of left-arm spinners. Karki just in a long line of left-arm spinners. Starts with a flatter one. That's worked away. And Jordan just with his second run there. Wanchana hitting with the spin here. Oh, gets a bottom edge on that. Wanchana, very fortunate there. Could have chopped it onto the stumps. Interesting to see a slip in for the left arm spinner. No surprise with Boris Khadka stationed behind the keeper. And that's cut away. Does he find the gap? No, he doesn't. Karan KC at third man cuts it off. Perhaps that one just stung Karan KC's fingers. Just trying to get some feeling back in his fingers, Karan KC. A decent beginning here for Bhuvan Karki, playing his first game of the tournament. That's punched off the back foot. And once again, it finds the fielder. Bhuvan Karki, of course, a little shorter in stature compared to Sushan Bari. And that's a loud appeal. Bhuvan Karki falls to his knees, desperate for his first wicket of the tournament. As we watch that, oh, very close, but it was coming on with the arm. For momentum, they're 15 for 2 after 7. Thailand scores during their batting efforts, getting lower and lower with each successive game. Perhaps this is their chance to cash in. Karan KC is reintroduced into the attack. Thailand, of course, a lot more comfortable with some sort of pace on the ball. And they're going to have to do something. In the shortest format of the game, going at just a shade over 2 runs and over is just not going to cut it. Nepal, just like they've done throughout this innings, persisting with one slip in place. Here's Karan KC. That just bounces a little bit on Wanchana. A tense Thai dugout right now. Just waiting for something to cheer about. Just some movement behind the side screen, creating a small delay. We're ready to go. And he's tucked him up, not giving the left-hander any sort of room to work with. A reminder that, of course, Nepal yet to register a win in this tournament, going down to both Malaysia and Hong Kong. Slowing down considerably in the post-power play period against Hong Kong spinners. A big shot attempted. It looks like he's got an inside edge on that, and that runs down to the fine leg boundary for a much-needed 4. In fact, signal from the umpire seems to be byes. Karan KC incredibly unlucky, getting a little bit of movement into Wanchana. That one just swinging in past leg stump beats Binod Bandari. That's punched straight to backward point. Zia-ul Haq, top scorer for Thailand in the last game. Still to come, Robert Reina, the left-hander, also waiting in the shed. Another swing and a miss. Some encouragement being shouted from the Thai dugout. Nepal, of course, with those two successive losses in their first two games, needing two convincing victories and perhaps other results to go their way in order to somehow finish in the top two. And he's bowled him. Brilliant there from Karan Casey. A great comeback over here. Wanchana, throughout the over, struggled with the ball swinging back into him. And he loses his middle stump. Karan Casey with his second wicket. As we take a look at that replay, some beautiful movement in. Middle stump goes flying. Thailand now 19 for 3 after 8 overs. And it's Bobby Reina walking in at number 5. The left-hander, he struggled yesterday. Labored to a 30-ball 9. Jordan and Reina, they will have to get a move on. Thailand, of course, will be looking for that magical 3-figure score. Bhuvan Karki to continue. That's just worked away to find leg for a single, and it looks like the umpire is going to signal leg by, and he does. If you're just joining us, a reminder that Thailand won the toss and elected to bat first. Thailand, of course, making just the one change. Masid Fahim sitting out today. And Chanchai Benkumta in for what I believe is his first game of the tournament. For now, though, it's Bhuvan Karki coming around the wicket to Robert Reina. Thailand in search of boundaries. Perhaps it would be wise for them to go after a guy playing his first game of the tournament. A good stride forward there from Robert Reina. Just finding the cover fieldsman once again. 5-4 leg side, apologies, a 5-4 offside field here. And he cuts that away. Robert Reina off the mark. Sweep a cover. Cleans up. And that's punched away by Jordan for just a single. Three runs off the over. Another economical one by Bhuvan Karki. A quick look at the batting card. Nobody from Thailand able to get into double figures yet. Naveed Pathan with 2 boundaries in that second over. Sandeep Lamichhane, a class act as usual, just conceding 1 run in his first 3 overs. He's still got 1 left. Nepal, they've only used 4 bowlers so far. Avinash Bahara, Kushal Malla, some of the options that skipper Gyanendra Malla has remaining. Karan Casey with that wicket maiden in his last over. What can Heno Jordan do? That's bounced on him and it lands in no man's land. A wicked bouncer from Karan Casey. Karan Casey has got the typical fast bowler's temperament. He wants to dig it in. He wants to get the batsman jumping, and that's exactly what just happened. Heno Jordan unsure of how to deal with that. Thailand, of course, don't get a lot of game time against top-ranked associates. Perhaps the gulf between the two countries being reflected in that delivery. Interesting move here with mid-on and mid-off up. And he's castled him. Robert Reina loses his off peg. Karan Casey making quick work of this Thai batting order as we take a look at that replay. Once again, that movement back in to the left-hander. Karan Casey, perhaps a little wayward in his first over, has come back strongly. 2 wickets in this, his second spell. Three wickets now for Karan Casey. As we near the halfway mark, Thailand with just 23 runs. And it's that man, Zial, with an undisputed. Karan Casey with his tail up. A quick single attempted, a direct hit, and I think he would have been gone. A streaky way to get off the mark there. Zial Haq, however, with his first runs. Circumspect start here from Heno Jordan. Just 4 off 18. That's defended down the ground. Another quick single attempted. Perhaps he would have been in even with a direct hit. Perhaps not, judging from the reaction of mid-on. Skipper Hamala tidying up there at mid-off. On target once again. Ziaul Haq hits it straight to backward point. At the halfway mark, Thailand are 25 for 4. That scorecard, every time we come back to it, can't help but point out that nobody has reached double figures for the home team. Heno Jordan, he's been in there a while. In partnership with Ziaul Haq, the two men will have to step on the gas right now. Just the 4 bowlers used so far from Nepal. Sandeep Lamichhane and Karan KC. The 2 names at the top of the list. The pick of the bowlers for Nepal. Here's Bhuvan Karki. Use of the feet there by Heno Jordan. Straight to long off for a single. Ziaul Haq certainly capable of having a slog. He might be looking at cow corner. But for now, just nudges it to mid-wicket. Oh, and he's missed that. Fuller. Binod Bandari once again, just letting that through. The second time he's let byes slip past him. Doesn't matter how they come. Thailand will be happy that 4 runs have been added to their total. A good piece of bowling from Bhuvan Karki. He has been impressive today. He's been accurate, and he can't stop that one. Won't be very happy with that. Ziaul Haq just turning the strike over. Like we were saying earlier, Ziaul Haq certainly capable of the big shot. Slog swept Waqas Barkat for a massive 6 yesterday. Thailand will need a lot more of that. A half-hearted appeal. Just the 6 runs off the over, including 4 byes. Thailand, 31 for 4. Searching for a boundary. searching for some momentum. The partnerships for Thailand, nothing really to speak of. Not a single partnership so far has reached double figures. This one between Ziaul Haq and Heno Jordan, worth 8. A change of bowling, it's Avinash Bohara. A leading edge there from Ziaul Haq. Still manages to sneak a single into the covers. Avinash Bohara, of course, a death bowling specialist. He's got every single variation you can imagine. The wide Yorker, the conventional Yorker, the slower Yorker, the slower ball, you name it. Avinash Bohara has got it. A false start there. A full toss, and that's clothed. Lucky to get away with that one, Heno Jordan, and won't be happy. A boundary there for the taking, and he missed out. Just hitting the top half of the bat there, and just going nowhere. It's been that sort of day, it's been that sort of tournament for the hosts. This time he makes good connection. The umpire finally with some exercise. That is a maximum to deep mid-wicket. Heno Jordan with his first maximum and Thailand's first 6. He moves into double figures. 12 of 24 balls for Heno Jordan. Thailand will be looking for more of the same. And he's whipped that down to deep fine leg. Just a hint of pressure on Avinash Bohara. Interesting to see mid-on and mid-off still up. And he's tucked him up there. Skipper Yanendra Malla at mid-off. And the leg spinner Sandeep Lamichhane at mid-on. A chance here to go straight over the bowler's head. Circumspect start here from Ziaul Haq. That one just jumps on him. Didn't move his feet. Good recovery there from Avinash Bohara to close things out. 8 runs off the over. Thailand 39 for 4 after 12. If you're just joining us, a reminder that Thailand won the toss and chose to bat first. Masid Fahim sitting out, and Chanchai Pengkumta coming in for him. For Nepal, a like-for-like replacement. Bhuvan Karki coming in for Sushan Bari. Speaking of which, Bhuvan Karki now into his last over. A tidy spell so far, just conceding 6 in his 3 overs. Heno Jordan will want to spoil his figures. Long on and long off on the fence. The left-arm spinner yet to concede a boundary in his spell. Tries to cut that away. Cannot beat the fieldsman there. Pawan Saraf has had a lot of work to do in the cover region. 3 dot balls to start things off. And he's got him with the flatter one that just kept low. Sushan Bari. Apologies, Bhuvan Karki with a well-deserved wicket. Heno Jordan unable to kick on after a maximum in the last over. Things going from bad to worse for Thailand, who've just lost half their side. An unlucky dismissal there, just chopping that on. Thailand running out of wickets, running out of time, yet again. Ismail Sardar, the new man to the crease, played a very frenetic innings yesterday against Hong Kong. Couldn't get going. As you can see there on screen, Thailand once again losing wickets at regular intervals. Just as it seemed like they were building a partnership, Heno Jordan chopping Bhuvan Karki onto his stumps. And a maiden to close things out. A tight spell of bowling from Bhuvan Karki. Just the 6 runs of his quota of 4 overs and a wicket, the big one, of Heno Jordan. A solid day's work for him. Thailand just going at 3 runs and over, losing Heno Jordan, their top scorer so far in that last over. Ziaul Haq still at the crease, undefeated on 3. Ismail Sardar has just joined him, yet to get off the mark. Just the 5 bowlers used by Nepal. Avinash Bohara being taken out of the attack this time and replaced by Sandeep Lamichhane into his last over. And he's gone over the top. Ziaul Haq, at least 2 on offer here. And that's cut off in the deep. Some positive intent being shown by Ziaul Haq. More of that is needed. Once again, Sandeep bamboozling the home team's batsman. Straight back to the bowler, Sandeep. Right on point. Oh, he had no clue about that. Just missing his line, however. Sandeep Lamichhane, 5 wides, is now highest run scorer for Thailand. Doesn't matter how they come, a few runs nonetheless for Thailand. Sandeep Lamichhane just slightly loose on his return to the bowling crease in this, his last over. Trying to read that off the pitch, and he's been given. It looked out, just judging from the naked eye. We're going to take a look at that on the replay. Thailand have now lost 6 wickets. Sandeep Lamichhane with a well-deserved first wicket. A simple decision, perhaps, bouncing a little high, but Ziaul Haq was all the way back in his crease. A simple decision for the umpire. Ziaul Haq not happy. Thailand now running out of batsmen, running out of hitters. And I hate to say it, but they are on track for their lowest score of the tournament. Just the 1 ball left in Sandeep Lamichhane's spell. Just the 1 ball to survive for Thailand. Nepal arguably possess the best bowling lineup in the tournament. It's the batsmen, however, who've let them down. A very top-heavy batting order for Nepal. The 2 Mallas, Gyanendra and Kushal Malla, up at the top. And of course, the man himself, Paras Khatka at number 3. Not much to follow after that, though. And now we've got a silly point in place. And a slip. Is it the googly, the conventional leg spinner? No, it's on the legs. It's worked away for a single. New man at the crease, Chan Chai, works that away, and he's off the mark. End of a great spell of bowling there from Sandeep Lamichhane, just conceding the 9 runs in his quota and picking up a wicket. 6 overs left now in Thailand's innings. As we take a look at Sandeep's spell, 21 dot balls for Sandeep Lamichhane, conceding just a shade over 2 runs and over. And his performance in the tournament so far, just averaging 9.4 with the ball, taking a wicket every 9.6 deliveries. Those figures we saw just earlier, improving even more after his spell today. 6 wickets in the tournament now for Sandeep Lamichhane. For now, however, it's Kushal Malla at the bowling crease. Oh, big shot attempted. Just gets an inside edge on that is Ismail Sardar. And yes, yet another left-arm spinner for Nepal. Kushal Malla, the 15-year-old. That's slapped away. Straight to Pawan Saraf in the covers, who makes no mistake. A wild swing. Unable to make contact with that. That's flighted, and it looks like he's beat Pawan Saraf in the covers, but long off, runs to his left to tidy things up. Just the 2 runs of Kusal Malla's first over. Chanchai, what can he do? Defends it straight back to Kushal Malla. With 5 overs left, Thailand now 49 for 6. Look at the bowling card there. No real weaknesses for Nepal, and that scoring worm not really going anywhere for Thailand. Too many W's. Not enough 4s, not enough 6s. Avinash Bohara, as he so often does, to close out the innings for Nepal. A wild swing, gets an inside edge on that. Ismail Sardar, just for a single, down to fine leg. And that's 50 up for Thailand. It's taken 15.1 overs, a lot slower than they would have hoped. But they've gotten there, finally. A man coming in to the circle from deep cover. A wild just push down to mid-off for a single. Mid-off, a little straighter. A gap, no doubt, between Gyanendra Malla in the covers and mid-off. And of course, mid-off also up for Avinash Bohara. Perhaps that's exactly where Ismail Sardar was looking to go. Familiar tail, though, for Sardar as he swings and he misses. Can he make better contact with this one? No, he cannot. He's castled. He loses his leg stump. Thailand now 7 wickets down as drinks run onto the field. Interesting. Chanchai's only been there for 4 balls. I can't assume that he really does need a drink. Perhaps some instructions coming out from the dugout. Avinash Bohara there with his first wicket. Joins in the party. Here's wicketkeeper Firiapong with his first delivery. And a play and a miss. Just a little bit of movement away from Firiapong. A much better over here from Avinash Bohara, conceding 8 in his first, including a massive maximum that flew over deep mid-wicket. 2 runs off this over. 1 ball remaining. 2 runs it will be. 2 runs on the wicket. A successful one for Nepal. Kushal Malla to continue. Slows it up. Gets a little purchase off the wicket. Ooh, good fielding there from mid-wicket. Sharp work here in the field from Nepal. Good display, both with ball in hand and in the field. That run rate now slowly crawling down towards 3 runs and over. A 4th successive dot ball now for Chanchai. He walks away. He's not happy. A big shot's coming. It has to. Thailand have no option at this stage. That's exactly what happens. Doesn't get an ideal amount of contact on that. Just a single though. It's a deep mid-wicket. That's flighted. Worked for long on. Who tidies up. Just the 2 runs off that over. Another cheap one for Nepal. Thailand 53 for 7 with just 3 overs left. Avinash Bohara there with his second wicket. Oh, a play and a miss. Just leaving the right-hander as we look at that replay. Beautiful angle away. Friyapong, he had no idea about that one. Doesn't even attempt to have a go at that. Thailand 54 for 8 after 18. Just going at 3 runs and over. Time running out with 12 balls left. Karan KC to bowl his last over from the other end. There he is. Broke the spine of Thailand's middle order. 2 wickets in his second spell. Found a lot of movement. Nepal still on the attack here. Mid on and mid off. Both up in the circle. And that's a quick one once again. Back of a length. Hitting the deck. And finding some movement. Some lateral movement this time. If you're just joining us, a reminder that Thailand won the toss and chose to bat. Hasn't been the easiest innings to watch for fans and members of the Thai dugout alike. Fuller sent him on 3. Only able to play it straight back to Karan KC. Sainam on 3. Look out for his left arm spin. He was impressive against Hong Kong yesterday. Mixed up his pace so impressively. One of the few bright spots for Thailand yesterday. Perhaps the only bright spot for Thailand. That's nudged away, a quick single and a run-out chance. He hits. That is out. Sent him on 3. Unable to trouble the scorers. Thailand now 9 down for 54. It seems like once again we're all set for an early finish here at the Third Thai Cricket Ground. A disappointing batting performance from Thailand. As we've mentioned, their scores with the bat getting progressively lower every time they take the field. Not an ideal way to end the tournament for Thailand. A forgettable one for them, as Vichanath Singh, skipper, heads to the crease. Karan KC will be looking to finish things off. Can he get his 4th? A swing and a miss. Friyapong with the right idea, of course. He's got to go for it. He's literally got nothing to lose. Oh, a slower ball this time. Just mixing things up, Karan Casey. Doesn't want to be predictable. A strong chance of yet another maiden over in this tie innings. And another slower one. That ends a great spell of bowling from Karan Casey. 3 for 12 in his 4-over quota. As we take a look at a breakdown of his spell, a lot of dot balls there, 14 dots in all in his 4 overs. 3 wickets, of course, dragging things back after his first over where he conceded 9 runs. Naveed Pathan at the top of the order. Consecutive boundaries for him in Karan Casey's first over. Only one person, Heno Jordan, apologies, into double figures. Extras, the top scorer. It's hard to fault any of Nepal's bowlers. They've all been right on target throughout the innings. Thailand unable to get anyone away. Here's the last over. Avinash Bohara gets one to swing in. Another cheeky single attempted. Batsman just manages to get in. Big shot attempted. He's cleared covers just about. Not nearly enough to travel to the fence. 2 runs for Phiriapong. That's Fuller. Will it beat the bowler? No, it does not. 3 balls left now in Thailand's innings. By far, their worst batting performance of the tournament. And that's saying something. With scores in the region of 70, 80, 90-ish. That just clears the man in mid-wicket. Another 2. The sun now starting to come out here in Bangkok. And that's a big shot by Phiriapong. Where was this intent earlier in the innings? He gets a maximum over cow corner. Something to cheer for the fans and the Thai dugout. A little top edgy. No harm, no foul, however. 6 valuable runs for the wicket-keeper batsman. Avinash Bohara, however, will not be happy. That's the second maximum, that he's conceded in his spell. He's getting ready to run in for his last ball. Long off. Long on. Drops back. Last ball. And that's smashed. Is it going to beat the man at long off? No, it does not. The batsmen cross over for 2, a promising end to the innings. Thailand, however, only able to post 67. As we take a look at that replay, the man at mid-off saving 2 runs. A good piece of fielding there by Dipendra Singh Airi, one of the better fielders in this Nepalese lineup and in the tournament. A quick look at this batting card. 2 men into double figures, Heno Jordan and Phiriapong Swanchai. Extras contributing 17 to a relatively low total, it must be said. Nepal, every single bowler making some sort of contribution, either keeping the runs down, taking wickets, or both. Sandeep Lamichhane started things off with 3 consecutive maidens. A good bowling performance here by Nepal. Once again, we look at that batting chart. Oh, those towers not tall enough, unfortunately, for the hosts. And look at all those W's. A lot of them coming in quick succession. Thailand losing wickets in clumps. Not able to stitch together many partnerships. Speaking of partnerships, well, the evidence is right there in front of your eyes. Just 2 partnerships getting into double figures, including an all-important last wicket partnership, an undefeated one of 12. And look at all those wickets. We spoke about that earlier. Thailand just unable to get the ball rolling, and they really haven't showed up today with the bat. In any case, that signals a break in the innings. We will be back with you in around 10 minutes. I'm your commentator for the day and the rest of the tournament, Jay Dansagani. If you like what you've heard, you can always follow me on Twitter at JCricketDude. I'll see you in 10 minutes for the chase.